The fans flip out.
Sokka
Thank
flipped
goodness for them.
Sokka flipped out.
You
We all
know,
flipped
he
out.
needs to do those
Ain't
little
nothing
flips
like
here and
seeing
there.
that,
You know.
It's not like seeing your ex when you least expect it at a prison or something.
Not an ex.
Exactly.
I mean,
Dante.
not next.
Let's
Listen,
keep
this
it
is
current.
what you're
How do
thinking
we-
of.
That's right.
What you're thinking of, and I know why you're doing this, is foreshadow report.
Well, Zuko
Back
saw
shadow
it.
report. We
Well,
already talked about it.
Everyone was seeing their exes at Boiling Rock. It was a hot spot.
And that's what he's thinking of. He's thinking of the fact that he saw May.
I was yes, things are crossing my mind. I did
Yeah.
see May. I saw my ex. I'm
Projecting.
a
doing
little
Here
some
we
bit.
go.
projecting.
Here we
And
go,
it's
Dante.
also the episode where Zuko finds out that one of Zuko's,
That's right.
or one of Sokka's girlfriends turned into the moon.
Right.
I don't
So-
talk about her, you know. Is she really
Bless.
a girlfriend or come on? That's an ex, Dante. There you
That
go.
is the ex.
Ex.
I was telling Sokka before when he saw you, like, hey, don't tell her we were just talking about Yue.
Yeah. I will say this.
Ixnay on that one.
I feel fairly confident. Now, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I feel fairly confident that the Sokka-Suki ship has been possibly the most mentioned this season when we've had guests and just asked them, like, point blank,
love
who they
hearing
ship.
that.
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the most, I would say Zutara, also
Yeah,
very,
Zutara
also a very
is
big deal. But
very
this
cool.
season
Let's
we
take a
saw
poll.
a lot.
But I
Of
think
Suki and Sokka.
and that's called
Suka.
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 Suka. Probably the you know, we're both Filipino.
We're both Filipino.
So Suka in
Dante,
Filipino
Dante.
I need to hear it.
All the Filipinos know, okay?
means throw up.
It
To vomit.
Vomit.
So every time. Okay, now you guys know. Inside
Suka.
scoop. Suka in Tagalog means to
Throw up.
vomit.
Vomit. Yeah.
To upchuck.
Upchuck,
To puke.
yeah.
But you
We
guys.
both knew that.
Here's
As soon as we
Dante.
said it.
Okay. But
Not
I-
everybody's out there in
That's
Filipino.
right.
They don't
I gotta
know.
tell you.
Now you know.
We have had a lot of opportunities for this information to come out.
It takes two Filipinos
I
together to get
really
this.
respect and love that my two Filipino friends are telling us this information right now. Here's what I'm going to suggest. I don't know how time travel works. I also don't know how real life versus the animated universe works. But if you had something to do with naming,
I know.
That Yue.
You know what I mean?
She always has something up her sleeve.
the moon
all
might be
hovering
like,
over us.
yes, I'll let them be together. But I'm going to
But-
make their ship name a little bit of an eyebrow raiser.
There you go.
That's what that's
true.
about.
Oh my gosh.
I don't
That
doubt
almost
it.
made me cry of
I don't
laughter.
doubt it.
Stop it.
That's an amazing piece of information.
Wow.
I'm so glad you said this is
I've
why
let
we
that
do
slide.
this.
I've let that slide every single time it's
And
ever
that's
gone.
what I always
We
think
do
in my
this.
Me
head.
too.
When
Me too.
people come up to me at
That's
cons,
why I can never
they're like,
remember it.
we love this Suka ship. I'm like, awesome.
Okay.
You know why? It's because when two people are so perfect for each other, it
That's
makes
right.
everyone else sick with
That's
jealousy.
right.
Everyone else is sick with
Sick with
jealousy.
sweetness.
That's what's happening.
Suka.
Suka.
Yeah. All right. We're very, very glad to have you.
Thank you guys.
We love
Happy
our
to
Jenny
see
Kwan. We're so happy to have you and to have you in studio. Now we're getting very
I like
spoiled
that.
because we get to be with you in person. So, okay, we're coming in from this Boiling Rock two-parter where we got reunited with Suki ourselves along with Sokka. We had the writers, May Chan and Josh Hamilton, join us for both of the two-parters. There was definitely a throw-up ship in there. And that's where we see we see the field trip that
Yes.
that Sokka and Zuko take together. It's this daring rescue of both Suki and Hakoda from the prison at that center of that old volcano, surrounded by boiling water. Azula, already scary, but in this episode, you really start to see the slippage, the unhingedness that happens when
Gets
the
worse
two
for Shadow
friends
Report in this
she
episode.
thought she had a firm grasp on betray her. It's a huge moment. It's just happening. You know, we see the moment from the perspective of May and from the perspective of Ty Lee and the choices they make, and we barely get to see how it affects Azula. But that's the beginning of what Let's see
lose
what
her
happens
friends.
from here.
When you ain't got no friends, you better start thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah.
She's not thinking about it.
She's not thinking about anything
So
but herself.
that's where we are right now. We're gonna see how that pans out. Luckily,
do
we
it.
don't have to deal with too much Azula in this episode.
What?
for long.
Too much.
I'm saying we don't have to for the course
enough.
of the.
Lot and hot.
I take it back.
But before we get into all that, Jenny, can you give us a little preview of what we're headed into in this episode?
Sure. So the Avatar and his friends are forced to run, and we find them at the Western Air Temple. And Zuko confronts Katara about her distressful disposition towards him and thinks of a way to gain her friendship. And he decides to help Katara find the Fire Nation soldier responsible for killing none other than Kaya, her mother. Yeah. And together they go to find this man. And however, Katara is just unable to exact her revenge on him. And after returning, she finally forgives Zuko and accepts him into the group. Aww, Zuko.
It's a big one.
Forgiveness is the first step you have to take to begin healing. But I didn't forgive him. I'll never forgive him. But I am ready to forgive you.
Okay, should we start
Let's
this?
jump in.
All
Let's
right.
get there. And lest we forget, this episode was written by Elizabeth Welch and directed by Joaquim Dos Santos.
It's a peaceful and pleasant morning in the Western Air Temple as the gang sleeps, that is, until suddenly attacked by Fire Nation warships. Aang fends off some fire grenades and activates the temple's very cool defense shields. And Zuko acts quickly to keep Katara from getting crushed from falling rocks.
He does.
Katara is not very appreciative about the whole thing. Like, she's real salty.
She's
Extra salty.
She's sitting on some feelings.
Yes,
Seawater.
extra salty.
Yeah.
So Toph creates an escape tunnel, and Zuko stays to hold off the attackers, remarking that he suspects that it's a family visit. And sure enough, there's Azula. No friends, by the
As
way.
she
No
always
friends.
is.
No
I
friends.
know.
The
Gotta
baddies
have
are
your
not
friends.
with her.
I know.
But she's
Have your
coming in
friends.
hot anyway. Zuko's in a lot of trouble, not to mention that Azula is basically destroying the entire Western Air Temple.
Did we need to see any more destruction of one of the air temples? They've
No.
been through
Well, that's
so
uncool.
much
Deeply
already.
uncool. And
Again,
she's out there,
tough
she's
to see.
firebending. She's like firebending
She
with her
doesn't
feet.
get, no.
Yeah.
She's doing like blue.
Yeah.
But Zuko got a lot of, he's like, I was impressed. Zuko's like, shh.
Yeah.
He's fending off that lightning, fire, blue stuff. But meanwhile, we find out the gang hasn't even been able to use the tunnel because poor Appa hates those tight, dark
I know,
spaces.
He's not a
I
fan
don't
of secret
blame him.
tunnels.
tunnels.
Tunnel
I don't
dude.
blame him.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
What if Appa
know,
fell in love with
likes
like a
that.
badger mole?
Well,
Where are they gonna hang out? Because they're both
to
big.
find a way to make it work.
Yeah, make it work. Tunnels are I'm sure. To be fair, I'm sure the badger moles
Maybe
hate to
they
fly.
they like to. They want to be in the safe.
I'm sure if
comfort
you
of
put them in the
cave.
air, they'd freak out.
I think that's absolutely right.
So
Everyone
their
and
own.
everything
Let's
has
not
their own
judge.
thing. That's
let's
right.
not judge
That's right.
our Appa.
Bend your ear for ad-free episodes with Avatar: Braving the Elements Premium.
Subscribe today on Apple Podcasts.